started working in the UNV support office, which mainly focused on the recruitment of other UNVs. As a UNV, I represent the UNV program in the field and I coordinate recruitment for UNVs. So now you will say, oh, this person is talking UNV. What qualification I need for become a UNV? If you wanted to be a doctor, still you can be a UNV, because all the countries where UN operations, we have community health centers, we have our own doctors, we have our own nurse, we have all the set of medical professionals. They will come along with UN and they will set up their office there, and we educate people about HIV, AIDS and all these pandemics, and we educate this community have to be healthy and have to be positive, because they are in the Haiti was in the civil war. So when I reached there after the earthquake, they were so devastated. There were no hospital facilities. So basically UN was running everything. So we recruit doctors. So if you are a doctor, you have a chance. If you are a nurse, you have a chance. If you are a good trainer who can train people, who can run schools, you have a chance. If you are a nutritionist, you have a chance. If you are HR and admin, you have a chance. If you are an engineer, you have a chance. Because when UN goes to a country for peace building, basically this country doesn't have any of the capacities or any of the resources. So we have to set up everything, from building airports, roads, bridges, and everything. So we need all these resources, all these people with skills, engineers, or even very basic grades of works, like very grassroots level of work, building, construction, daily wage. So we have all those areas. So whatever is your profession, whatever you are going to choose, you will have an opening for it. So you can choose what you want it to be, and definitely you can add and get advantage of this UN career, which is really satisfying, which gives you a lot of experience, have to work with communities, have to handle all this disasters or all these conflicts, have to represent yourself diplomatically to people who is in trouble or struggling, So this is really a satisfying work. So you can choose your career, what you want it to be, and you can associate with UN as a UN volunteer. And I will encourage you from the beginning of your university. For university, we have the 6 months program. So when you have an internship, why don't you try to start it with UN? So what happens, especially coming from Kottayam, that Kerala area, I know when I started working with UN, there were not many. In Haiti, I was the only one Indian woman representing the entire country. So people doesn't know. When I travel, when I meet with people, when I meet with students, when I talk to them, people doesn't know there are opportunities. So now I'm telling you, this is one of the best organization which you can work with from the beginning of your university. You don't have to wait to complete your studies. When you have internships, you will have a lot of opportunities to be an intern, to do internship with. And then we have special youth assignments when you are so you may think that, okay, UN is such a big organization, then I need to have a lot of experience. No, we have UN youth modality in assignments with UN. There you just have to complete your studies. You don't have to have any specific experience. When you completed your studies, then you can straight away try to get into UN, try to get an assignment, and then you are good to go. So now you will think that, okay, now she's saying, okay, this is possible, this is possible. So what if I don't have very good grades? So I'm not the best in my school. So is it only for the people who is with very good grades or the highest ranks? No. I myself, I was not privileged to go to even an English medium school. I studied in a very normal government school near to my home in Kandirapalli. So then later on after higher secondary only I started studying everything in English, because now English medium schools are very common in our place, and many of all of the students are trying to get English education. But myself, I was going to the normal school, which was a normal practice there. So it is up to you. How do you want to put yourself? How much work you can do, and how much risk you can take? Because what happens when a career is not very popular, when you try to choose it, what happens? You will definitely discuss with your family or with your friends or with your teachers or with your peer groups. So you are saying, okay, I want to work in UN. Come on, this is not gonna possible. This is for people with multiple degrees or with a lot of experience. No, this is not for us. Oh, you see, there is no much information in internet. This is just wasting of your time. No, because they just don't know how to proceed. But if you do your homework, if you try to, nowadays your generation is so blessed because you have all the information in your fingertip. You can explore, you can get information, you can find all of these, and now many people are trying to talk to you, give you, like in YouTube and all, you will see, there are a lot of vloggers and they give you about information about countries, careers. So now the risk is yours. You should be ready to choose. So when you introduce this to your parents or to your peers, they will say, oh no, what UN? Oh, come on, you are going to go to a war place? Are you going to go to Afghanistan and die? Are you crazy? What are you going to do there? Oh no, you are too young. You are too small. You have to explore the world differently. You can go to Europe. You can go to Canada. You go to Germany, but not to Haiti. That woman who came is really crazy. What did she told you, So this is what I heard. I was 23 when I decided to go to Haiti with a UN mission, and people were like, seriously, something is wrong with her. There, people will kidnap. There is a lot of kidnapping in Haiti. There are security issues. They have no government. They are killing each other. There is shooting happening. That country has no security. So you are going from Kottayam to New York to Haiti. It's too long. If 3 days take you to be back home, who is going to take care of you there? Who is going to arrange for your accommodation? What if a bomb blasts? So this is all, the risk comes with it. If you choose to be a international civil servant who work for world peace. So, okay, now you are thinking, no, I don't want to take those risks. Still, we have options to work in developed countries with UNDP and with many other UN agencies. So now I'm keep on talking. So I will ask any of you to volunteer to give me names of a UN agency you think which works for UN or this is under UN. So can any of you give me the names of a UN agency which you know or you think this will work for UN? Can any of you volunteer?
WHO.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you clearly.
WHO.
Yes, WHO, yes. Any?
I'd like to work with UNICEF.
Of course, UNICEF, yes. And any other?
UNESCO.
Yes, UNESCO. It's very easy. Start with UN, so you know it's with UN. So anything else, not which doesn't start with UN?
ILO.
Yes, ILO work with UN. Yes. Anything else? What about WFP, World Food Program? Do you think they work with UN?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah, so there are a lot of agencies who work with UN. So WFP, ILO, IOM, and UNICEF, UNIDO, UN Climate, UNFCCC. There are a lot of agencies, and now we are having a lot of new agencies, new modalities coming, because now recently only we start something for the climate change, because was not so. UN have different agencies working for UN, working along with UN. So when UN have an operation in the country, Red Cross and Doctors Without Borders, they are frontline workers. So all these international NGOs also will like to associate with UN. So because with UN, their operations are being very smooth in the country. So because we make first MOUs with the government, we make our all arrangements. So all the NGOs, they will associate with UN, and then they go to that country and we do the rebuilding. So do you know, so maybe you think that, okay, UN is a set of people, set of countries, set of NGOs. So when you go to a particular country where there is war, where there is security concern, who will fight for UN? Who will protect UN? What do you think about that? Do you think UN have a own military?
Yeah.
Any guess? Okay, I don't want to trouble you more. So how do we manage this security situation is that, so all the member countries, they will send a set of contingents. Contingents means set of military contingents, There's a group of military, there are 1 or 2 military wings along with UN to this country. So India will send to, like in a battalion, maybe we have like 200 soldiers. It depends on the country, how much they want to send. So in Haiti, we had like 2 contingents of Indian military. So they were like around 400 people, 400 soldiers. So all these member countries, they will send their police force and the military along with UN when UN is moving into a new country where there is security and political issues. So this military support we will receive for the UN and for the employees who work for UN. So if you anytime recruited as a UNV or a UN personnel to work for UN, you will be guarded with all these forces. And UN have our own camps, we have our own airport. So you will be landing inside inside the camp. You don't have to go to outside. It again depends on the country. So in Haiti, when I was landing there, the situation was better than before. So I landed to the country airport, and then the UN people picked me from there, and then I moved to my workplace. So it depends how of the situation. Now Afghanistan. Many of my friends work in Afghanistan, and you are seeing Afghanistan in the headlines. So what we have done right now is we evacuated all our staff to a safe haven. We call it a safe haven. When you are having a trouble in the place where you're working, like where you cannot anymore survive, then UN will, with the military support, take you out of the country and put you in another nearby country or sometimes your home country. Then you will work from there for UN. So this is about mostly, I have talked mostly about the field of operations. So at the same time, you can work with WFP, ILO, and all this UNICEF, UNESCO, UNIDO. They have offices in New York and Vienna and all the developing countries. UNDP have offices in all the developing countries. So if you choose that, I don't want to be a mission person or a field mission person, you can choose to work for other agencies in developing or developed countries which have more peace and they have no much of security issues. So you can choose to work for that also. So as a student, now when you start, you can start as a UN intern. And then you can find ways to move to as a UN youth volunteer, or when you reach the age of 23, you can start trying for UN national specialist or international specialist. All this information is being given in www.unv.org. So later on, I will share this information with your Sir Blas. He is a friend of mine. So you can collect these informations, and if you have, if you need more information also, you can see it is very detailed. And in YouTube, when you go, you will search for UNV recruiters video. You can see me talking there also. So we have done couple of videos to educate people how UN work, how is the operations, how you can become a UNV. So this is, you are hearing United Nations Volunteers Program. So do you think, or what do you think, when you go as a UNV, it's a volunteering, right? So how do you survive? Who will pay for your accommodation? Who will pay for your food? What do you think? How is it gonna happen? Well, do you have any idea? Okay, so you guys have not done a lot of volunteering. In Kerala, we don't have much of volunteering options, I know. So in India, when it comes to volunteering, most of the time it's free. Right, it's free. You don't really get any payment or any allowances. But when it comes to international, all the volunteering activities, if you have to full-time engage, and if you have to use your professional experience to perform that particular volunteering work, then you are being paid for that particular work you do. So this doesn't call it as a salary. Instead, we will call it as a volunteer living allowance. So you will get a VLA, volunteer living allowance, and all the travel you have to make in country or outside the country, which is being taken care of UN. So that UN will take care of all the visa arrangements, all the travel arrangements, and all the associated expenses, medical or whatever. You will be receiving money to do all those things, all those formalities which you need to complete before your travel. And once you are on board, you will get SIG. It's called Settling in Grant. So if you want to establish yourself in a foreign country, you will receive a sum to meet all those one-time expenses which you have to, like to pay rent, and to rent the house, to have furnitures or some office equipment, or whatever is your need. According to that need, you will be getting settling in grant. And once you are on board, started working, you get your VLA, and once you finish, UN will same way give you a resettling in grant to get back to your country and to establish yourself personally and professionally back to your home country. So you are not compromising anything on your monetary benefits. So you will be 100% medically, and life insurance coverage will be taken care. So this is for a person who wants to start their career internationally, is a very good attraction. You know, once you become a UNV, you can work 4 years in total when you are a national or international specialist. As a university volunteer, you can work maximum is 6 months, because this is supposed to be in the middle of your studies, like an internship. So once you finish that, then you move it to national specialist or international specialist. This is maximum of 4 years. In 4 years' time, you can explore another opportunities to work in, continuously work with UN or with the other agencies or with NGOs or with your government, whatever is of your choice. So when I started, I worked as a UNV for 2 years. So after that, then I have to I was supposed to take a break, because at that time I got married and I had kids. So by the time I had like 2 kids. So then I took a break. Then after the break, I was so much interested to work again in UN. So I started looking for UN career, and as I have done a very good work with UNV program, they wanted to have me back on board. So I choose I cannot do any more field missions because I have kids, so I have family to take care of. So I have done like 6 years of field mission in total. So after that I took a break. So then I decided I wanted to work in a peaceful country. Right now I'm in Germany. So I still work for UNV program. I work as a UNV recruiter for Asia Pacific region, which is already mentioned in the introduction. So once you start with the UNV program, and I guarantee you, you will never prefer to go out of UN and work for any other agencies, because that is the satisfaction, and it is both, the work satisfaction you are getting, you have a very good career, and plus it is a well paid and a job also. You have monetary benefits as well. So this is a full package come. So now I work in UNV HQ Germany with UNV program. So I love to interact with people. I love to talk to younger students and give them more information about UN. So I think you are more or less clear about UNV. So I will tell you like this. If you want to ask questions, you can ask questions right now about UNV. But when you are done with that questions, if we still have some time left, I wanted to talk about when you look for, other than UN, when you look for international career, what are the things which you have to do? Not only for UN, like for any other organizations internationally, how the work and the life changes when you move out of India, when you start working in internationally. So how do you prefer? Do you want to ask questions about UNV right now and then we finish this and we move to the other topic, or it's up to you?
Ma'am, I have 2 questions.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, can I ask them?
Yeah,
Ma'am,
1 minute,
can you?
sorry.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, can you tell me anything about online careers?
Okay, that's a good question. Thank you for that. And yeah, we have online volunteering also. There is an online volunteering platform for UN, but unfortunately, it is not paid. So this online volunteering, we open it up for people who cannot travel and still wanted to get experience from UN. You will get a certificate saying you work for UN and all those things, but it is not paid. Until now, it is not paid. So I don't know, because of COVID and all, there are a lot of telecommuting, there are a lot of work is being done through telecommuting. So I don't know, later stage maybe there will be paid opportunities, but right now it is not paid. But still, if you are interested to get a certificate of working in UN, you can try that online volunteering. That option is also being given in the UNV website, so you can explore it, and if you have later on questions, you can reach back to me.
I'm not interested in any kind of payment. I just want to get involved in it.
Okay, then you will find this a lot of online volunteering opportunities. So you can register in there, and then you will be contacted, and you can be part of it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. I have a second question.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I plan on making a career in publishing, a professional career in publishing. Will that conflict with my job if I take up anything in UN?
This is up to you, how do you want to manage it? Like, how do you want to plan it? So I will suggest you like this. In the beginning of the career, if you get a chance to work for UN, let's say, for example, you take a 1-year experience with the UN, and you can focus on the other publishing or whatever the other one you want to do. The one problem with UN is that once you are signing a contract with any of the UN agencies, you cannot have any other work. You cannot do any other work in parallel with that. That is the only one clause you will find it in UN contracts when you receive is that to not to be committed to any other organizations, not even in your own private. So you have to give that full time to UN.
Even if it's online.
Okay, if it is online volunteering, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can do online volunteering because it is like part time or it is when you are available. It is not a full time thing. But if you are becoming a UNV full time for the UN, there is no part time no much part time volunteering opportunities available right now because this is a very important work when you are doing it. So you have to dedicate most of your time to it. So. If you are a full-time person with UN, then you cannot, unfortunately, have that option to work something parallel with it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
No problems. Anyone else? If anybody see any hand raised, I cannot see with my screen. So, if anybody want to ask any other questions. മലയാളത്തിലും ചോദിക്കാം കേട്ടോ, അതൊന്നും കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഇനി ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ ചോദിക്കാനായിട്ട് മടിച്ചിട്ടാണെങ്കിൽ മലയാളത്തിലും ചോദിക്കാം. ഇനി ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ഏതെങ്കിലും കാര്യം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നന്നായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലായിട്ടില്ല എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് മലയാളത്തിൽ റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ ചെയ്യാം. നോ പ്രോബ്ലംസ്.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Till what age can we become a UN volunteer? Like
any age. Even if you are a retiree, you are 70 plus, you can be a UNV. As far as you are medically fit and healthy, you can be a UNV. There is no age limit. And now, recently, we are with a new program. This is called the disability inclusion. If anybody is blind or who needs a full-time wheelchair or need assistance, like people with differently able people, give more opportunities to those people also. It is called the UN Initiative for Disability Inclusion. Right now we started the program in Latin American countries. So slowly it will be coming to India and all other countries. So this is, otherwise if we don't accept everybody who's part of the society, then it is not justice for them. So we are trying our best. Sometimes we have to make permanent changes in the office because the wheelchair to go in, and sometimes we have to put the screens up or the keyboards up. So we are trying in what possible extent we can have all this differently abled people to on board and serve for UN. So yeah, so there is no age limit to be a UNV, but once you serve as a UNV for 4 years, that's it. Not beyond 4 years, because UN doesn't want anybody to take it as a long-term career. What we want is young professionals and the professionals around the world to come in, get an experience, and move on with their regular career. I hope I have answered your question, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, from India, like what are the opportunities or like what do we need to become a UN volunteer? The opportunities available?
Yeah, so there are now currently I am covering for India also. So there are different opportunities like we have in UNV, we have different modalities like when I say in UN, we call it modalities, but it is like a categories. If you are a graduate, then we have national specialist, UNV openings in almost all the field. If you are a medical professional, if you are a management professional, and when I say that I would like to put it this way that, if you are a person who is studying or who have background in environmental issues, climate change, environmental issues, UN have a lot of openings right now because of the global warming and all these climate issues. And if you have a disaster management background, you have a lot of openings. So in almost all the field, we are not leaving any fields. There are lot of chances. And recently, right today in the morning before this section, I have recruited a girl from Trivandrum, Anjana, her name, and whenever I get people from Kerala, I am very curious to know what they have studied and all. Of course, it's our own people. So they have to submit all the documents to us to verify. So when I was verifying her documents, I see that she did some studies in environmental science. So these are the new areas where there are a lot of openings. And a global point of view also, I can say that this is one of the very fastly growing area where there is lot of openings are being, coming, and you will find a lot of opportunities to work internationally and globally if you have experience, and if you are working with this specific areas of disaster management, natural calamities. There are a lot of courses. So you can just explore the information about all those areas where you can find jobs. And in India, I think it is not that developed when I compare with Germany or any other countries. We are still in the beginning stage, but if you take the risk to be the front line, to be the first person or the first group to go in and explore more about it, I will say it is a wonderful opportunity to work with UN or work with global or international organizations. There are a lot of opportunities in that field.
Okay, ma'am.
അടുത്ത ആരെങ്കിലും ചോദിച്ചോളൂ. മലയാളത്തിൽ ചോദിക്കാം, പ്രശ്നങ്ങളൊന്നുമില്ല. No questions? Okay, then I will. Can anybody tell me how many more time we have?
I think around 12 minutes left to 6 months.
Okay, so I will very quickly touch some insights regarding international career when you want to have a career out of India. Okay, so since the beginning of my career in 6 years in Haiti, I was a recruiter. So now also I'm a recruiter. So I have managed all my career in HR and recruitment. So now when I have seen like many CVs, like it's my everyday job. I am seeing people from around the globe. I have worked with almost all the nationalities. So I have conducted more than 5,000 interviews, conducted myself as an interviewer. So I have interviewed like many people around the globe. So when I compare all those people I have recruited and all those people I have interviewed, so what are the things which I see which is lacking in us, like as Indians, or let's put it like as South Indians, yeah? We are from South part. So what is really missing? Why? Because, we are 100% literate. And we have all that caliber. The kids are wonderful. When the introduction started, നിങ്ങൾ ഞെട്ടിച്ചളഞ്ഞു അല്ലെ? നല്ല ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ, നല്ല അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ഹോംവർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് നന്നായിട്ട് സംസാരിക്കുന്ന നല്ല കുട്ടികൾ, നല്ല ടാലൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ എന്താണ് പിന്നെ ഹൈറ്റിൽ ചെന്നപ്പോ അവിടെ ഒരു ഇന്ത്യക്കാരി മാത്രമായി പോയത്? എന്താണ് അവിടെ നമ്മുടെ ഈ പെൺകുട്ടികളൊക്കെ എവിടെ പോയി? നല്ല സ്കോർ വാങ്ങുന്ന, നല്ല റാങ്ക് മേടിക്കുന്ന പിള്ളേരെ ഒന്നും കാണുന്നില്ല. സോ വാട്ട് ഹാപ്പൻസ്? വൈ ദേ ആർ ജസ്റ്റ് ബീയിങ് ഇൻ മിഡിൽ ഈസ്റ്റ് or what happens? So I always, out of my curiosity, I always started looking. So what we miss? എവിടെയാ നമുക്ക് തെറ്റ് പറ്റിയത്, അല്ലെ എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മുടെ കുട്ടികള് ഒരു ഇന്റർനാഷണലി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഇതിലോട്ട് വരാത്ത, അല്ലെ ഒരു ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് ദ ബോക്സിൽ പോയിട്ട് എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് അവർ വരാത്ത എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ആരും വരുന്നില്ല എന്നല്ല, കുറച്ചൊക്കെ ആൾക്കാരുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ ഈസ് ഇറ്റ് ഇനഫ് ടു റെപ്രസെന്റ്? അല്ല, നമ്മുടെ മാർക്കും നമ്മുടെ സ്കൂൾസിന്റെ ക്വാളിറ്റിയും നമ്മുടെ ടീച്ചേഴ്സിന്റെ എഫേർട്ടും ഒക്കെ വെച്ച് നോക്കുമ്പോ അതിൽ ഒരുപാട് ആൾക്കാർ വരണം. ഒരു ശശി തരൂറോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു മുരളി തുമാരക്കുടിയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ദീപയോ ഒന്നും അല്ല യുവനിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. അതിനേലും നമ്മൾ ഒരുപാട് റെപ്രസെന്റ് ചെയ്യണം, ഒരുപാട് ആൾക്കാർ വരണം. സോ why എന്നുള്ള ആ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. സോ when I have did my research, what I find is the first thing is language. So do you agree language is a problem? What do you think? So think about it. Or many students, I have seen that many candidates in the interview also, they have very good English. If they want to study anything, they can do PhD in it. They have very good English, grammar wise, pronunciation wise, very good English. But when it comes, like if you prepare something as a speech, as an introduction, and then you do great in it, but when spontaneously a question comes, many people, many candidates or many professionals, they are not able to explain themselves, or they are not able to, to bring all those things which they have done in their past career to the table and impress the panel. So why? What happens? So I think this generation is, your generation is moving bits more faster and forward in that language barrier. But when my generation came, it was always a problem. നമുക്ക് പറയാനായിട്ട് പറ്റുന്നില്ല, തെറ്റിപ്പോകുന്ന ഒരു പേടിയാ. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതിന് ഗ്രാമർ മിസ്റ്റേക്ക്, ഇത് ഹാസ് ആണോ ഹാവ് ആണോ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇത് ഞാൻ പറയുമ്പോ അത് അയ്യോ അത് തെറ്റായിരിക്കുമോ. അതിന് പിന്നെ കുറച്ച് കൂട്ടുകാരും കൂടെ ഒന്ന് കളിയാക്കിയെങ്കിൽ എടാ നീ അന്നേരം ടീച്ചർ ചോദിച്ചപ്പോ എന്നാ പറഞ്ഞ, അയ്യേ അത് പൊട്ട തെറ്റ്. അതും കൂടെ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസും കൂടെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ ഇവൻ ഒരിടത്തും പോയിട്ട് വാതുറക്കത്തില്ല. അപ്പൊ ആ ഒരു ബാരിയർ അത് എങ്ങനെ മാറാം, അല്ലെ ഹൗ ഡു വി ചേഞ്ച് എന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാല്, first of all, you have to have confidence and you have to be ready to make mistakes. So now the section is being recorded, right? I am working 10 years out of India. I have all my experience. If your English professor or English teacher is gonna listen to this webinar, he can find out million mistakes. So ഇത് നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കുമ്പം we are not native speakers of English. So we can make mistakes. It is totally fine. So what is important is how do you explain yourself. ഇപ്പൊ അനു അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ജീൻസി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ക്രിസ്റ്റീന എന്നോട് സംസാരിക്കുമ്പം അത് നിങ്ങൾ പറയാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച കാര്യം എനിക്ക് കൺവേ ആവുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്നുള്ളത് മാത്രമാണ് അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ്. അതല്ലാതെ അതില് എത്ര ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് ആക്സെന്റിലാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് എത്ര സ്റ്റൈലിഷ്, അല്ലെ അതൊരു മംഗ്ലീഷ് അല്ലെ ഒരു മലയാളത്തിന്റെ പോലെ ആയിപ്പോയോ പറഞ്ഞത്, ഇതൊന്നും മാറ്റർ ഇല്ല. കാരണം ഞാനത് പറയാൻ കാരണം ഐ ഹാഡ് എ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് ഇന്റർവ്യൂസ് വിത്ത് ആഫ്രിക്കൻ നാഷണാലിറ്റീസ്. സോ ഇഫ് യു ലിസൺ ടു ദർ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്, നമുക്ക് ചിലപ്പോൾ ചിരി വരും അവർ പറയുമ്പോൾ. പക്ഷെ they are everywhere, they are going everywhere, they are working everywhere because they don't care. For them it's a foreign language, they just want to convey. So that confidence നമ്മുടെ പിള്ളേർക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും വരണം. ഏതൊരു ലാംഗ്വേജിലാണെങ്കിലും സംസാരിക്കാൻ, അത് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ആവാം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഗ്ലോബൽ ലാംഗ്വേജസ് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്, ഫ്രഞ്ച്, സ്പാനിഷ്, these are the 3 global languages. So namala most of the time, second thing I have seen together with language is that we give a lot of importance to English education and English medium schools and so we give focus to English. So what if a person who doesn't have much of interest learning in English, so can I go study some other global language which can help me in international career? Definitely yes. French is the second option and Spanish is the third option. If you know English, French, Spanish, you are there. You can go and explore your opportunities. So I will always encourage you, young generation. Maybe when you get vacation or when you get time, start exploring a little bit on these two other languages also. French is really difficult. I have worked in Haiti is a French-speaking country, so still it was really struggling in the beginning to get used to that language. But if you can do it, if you are a person who like to do, like to learn languages, then you can try that, and it will be really a weightage to your CV if you know an additional foreign language other than English. So now when I did some research, I am really like to do all this kind of research. So I have find it out in St. Teresa's College and all. They have bachelors in French. So if you do that also, it is a very good, like embassies and all the foreign NGOs who work in India, they need people who speak foreign language. So this can be a wonderful career option too. So the first thing is language, and the second thing is self-confidence, and the third thing is when you make the CV. Now that is a very big, vast topic for you. You don't have to bother about it. Later on, when you come to career, exactly to begin your career, you will be getting sessions about your CV, how to represent yourself, it is like a marketing, product is you. You market yourself. You are going in front of an interview board and you are talking about yourself, and you market yourself. You brand yourself so that they can take you. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങളിപ്പോ വിചാരിക്കും നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ ചേച്ചിയൊക്കെ പോയിട്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ നിങ്ങൾ സക്സസ്ഫുൾ ആയതുകൊണ്ടാണ് തോന്നുന്നതെന്ന്. ഒരുപാട് ഫെയിൽഡ് ഇന്റർവ്യൂസ് ഞാൻ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഒരുപാട് ഫെയിൽഡ് ഇന്റർവ്യൂസ്. ആ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഇറങ്ങിയിട്ട് എന്റെ ദൈവമേ ഞാൻ എന്നാക്കിയാ പറഞ്ഞെന്ന് വരെ ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ എപ്പോഴും ഇന്റർവ്യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിയുമ്പം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ഒരാളുടെ അടുത്തേക്ക് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ക്ലാസ്സിലാണെങ്കിലും ഒരു പ്രസന്റേഷൻ ചെയ്ത് കഴിയുമ്പം, ഞങ്ങള് മരിയൻ കോളേജില് നിങ്ങളുടെ ബ്ലസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സാറും ഞാനൊക്കെ, എന്റെ ജൂനിയർ ആയിരുന്നു ബ്ലസ്, പഠിച്ചത് കുട്ടിക്കാനം മരിയൻ കോളേജിൽ. അവിടെ ബ്ലസിന്റെ ബാച്ചിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു എന്നറിയില്ല. ഞാൻ പഠിച്ച ബാച്ചില് ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു സാർ ചെയ്തത്, നമ്മള് പ്രസന്റേഷൻ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അതിന്റെ വീഡിയോ റെക്കോർഡ് ചെയ്യും. വീഡിയോ റെക്കോർഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് പിന്നെ നമ്മളോട് അത് കാണാൻ പറയും. അപ്പൊ അത് കാണുമ്പം നമുക്ക് കുറെ മനസ്സിലാവും നമ്മുടെ ജെസ്റ്റേഴ്സ്, നമ്മുടെ ഫേഷ്യൽ എക്സ്പ്രഷൻസ്, പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ ഹൗ ഡു വി ടോക്ക്, നമ്മുടെ കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ലെവൽ, അതൊക്കെ കാണാൻ പറ്റും. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്കാണെങ്കിലും നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും അല്ലെ, പലയിടത്തും ഇങ്ങനെ ആൾക്കാർ കണ്ണാടിയുടെ മുന്നിൽ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് അങ്ങനെ പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട്. അപ്പൊ എപ്പോഴും ഏതൊരു കാര്യത്തിന് നമ്മൾ ഒരുപാട് ഹോംവർക്ക് ചെയ്യുക. എത്രത്തോളം നമ്മൾ ഹോംവർക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ അത്രയും ഹോംവർക്ക് ചെയ്യുക. ഇപ്പൊ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻസ് ഒന്നും കിട്ടില്ല, അല്ലെ എനിക്ക് അറിയില്ല എന്നൊരു ടോപ്പിക് ഇല്ല. നമുക്ക് എല്ലാം കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ പറ്റും, എല്ലാം അറിയാൻ പറ്റും. അതിന്റെയൊക്കെ മാക്സിമം യൂട്ടിലൈസ് ചെയ്യാം. ലാംഗ്വേജ് ബ്രഷപ്പ് ചെയ്യുക, കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ലെവൽ ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്യുക. ഇതൊക്കെയാണ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇപ്പൊ ഈ ഒരു ടൈമിൽ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് യുവർ വേൾഡ് ഇസ് വൈഡ് ആൻഡ് യുവർ ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റീസ് ആർ റിയലി റിയലി very, very much of opportunities. And again, then competition is also really high. So now you have to be really competent. You have to be really ഇങ്ങനെ ഇടിച്ചിടിച്ച് നിൽക്കണം, എങ്കിലേ നമ്മൾ കയറി പോകത്തുള്ളൂ. അല്ലാതെ ഇപ്പം നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിലൊക്കെ പൊതുവിലെ ഒരു ഭയങ്കര ഒതുങ്ങിയിരിക്കുന്ന, അല്ലെ ഭയങ്കര അടക്കമായിട്ട്, ഭയങ്കര ക്ലാസ്സിലൊക്കെ ആണെങ്കിലും അവള് നല്ലോണം പഠിക്കും, വേറെ അലമ്പൊന്നും ഇല്ലാണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒതുങ്ങിയിരിക്കുന്ന ഇതാണ് നമ്മൾ കുറെ ഇങ്ങനെ പ്രൊമോട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. പക്ഷെ നമ്മളൊരു കരിയറിൽ ചെല്ലുമ്പം യു ഹാവ് ടു ബി റിയലി എ ഫൈറ്റർ. നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന വർക്ക് നമ്മൾ പ്രൊജക്ട് ചെയ്യണം. നമ്മുടെ ടീമില് എവറി ടൈം വെൻ ദർ ഈസ് എ ചാൻസ് ടു സ്പീക്ക്, യു ഷുഡ് സ്പീക്ക്. നമ്മള് വർക്ക് ചെയ്ത് നല്ല ഹാർഡ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ആ വർക്ക് നമുക്ക് പ്രൊജക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇനിയുള്ള ഒരു ടൈമിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പിടിച്ചു നിൽക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അപ്പൊ റിയലി യു ഹാവ് ടു വർക്ക് ഓൺ യുവർ ലാംഗ്വേജ് സ്കിൽ ആൻഡ് ആഡ് അഡീഷണൽ ലാംഗ്വേജ് ഇഫ് പോസിബിൾ and build your confidence level and explore the world. So there will be lot of people commenting you, oh this is not for you, oh you are not good enough for this, oh, you should be a teacher, which is very peaceful career. You are a girl, so you can manage family and, or you do the banks because it is a 9 to 5 job. Don't limit your dreams for all those things. You can manage everything. I started in the age of 23. I was the craziest in my family. Everybody was saying like, what is she? Someone can tell her that don't go die there. But I chose the risk. And my family, of course, with a lot of hiccups, they have also like, okay, somehow, okay, managed. And so now I'm very proud. I'm very happy. I'm very happy presenting myself in front of you as an international civil servant. And when I reach the airport or when I reach into a place, the respect I receive and the appreciation I receive, it is very like, you will have that personal satisfaction. So the beginning will be a little bit of struggle, but the world is open for you. You have to really, I don't really like to say hard work. You have to really smart work. You have to work and then you have to, project your work. You should talk. If somebody tells you that, okay, be calm and quiet and, just do your thing, everything comes to you. No, that era is past. You should do your work. You should project that work. You should make your way. You should brand yourself. Then success is yours. But you have to be ready to face a lot of criticism. This is not for you. That is the major thing you will always hear. When I choose hospitality management as my PG, they said, oh, this is not for women. Yes, I want to try. So if you have the confidence, if you have a goal, if you have a dream, you will make it. And I am from a very, very small village near to Kanjirapalli. You don't think that I've been to an international school or an international university. No. All my educational background is from Kerala. All my teachers are like regular teachers, like normal people, no extraordinary, nobody, So when I had a dream, when I was confident, when I had a decision that I will work on it and I will be successful on it. And today I have no regrets. I'm really proud that whatever decisions I made for my career is turned to be really right. And even if there were some decisions which was not right, the time when I took it, I made it right with my hard work or smart work or with my commitment. So now I'm really happy and I'm really thankful to your teachers and your entire faculty team who have given me such a wonderful opportunity to interact with you. I hope this has been an informative session also. So if we still have some time, I'm open for questions. Thank you.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Currently, I'm 16 years old and I can't exactly volunteer right now, is it?
No, you cannot. You have to start your graduation and then you will be able to start your volunteering opportunities.
So I have to wait till around 18 years old, 2 years or something. Okay.
So by this time you can do your homework,
Yes.
collect all the information and see, how UN works. So this is not always, necessary that you should start as a volunteer. You can start in UNDP as a national staff, or you can try international openings. So this is also open to you.
I already did a lot of research on this since last year because in my former school we had that MUN programs. So because of that, I explored about all of this.
Okay.
I know a little, and I want to look into it more.
Yeah, do a lot of research on it, and before you choose to which career you want to go. Now maybe you are which option you took. Are you a science background or
Computer math. I took computer math.
Computer math? So now you go to UN Inspira, which is the job page for UN. And what you can do is to open like IT jobs, search for IT or computer or whatever area you want to do. Search for that job, and there is a job description. And read that job description. So that will give you an insight. Then later when you are doing masters, graduation and masters, which area to select. So you can do like you see ഒരു 10-12 job description വായിച്ചു കഴിയുമ്പം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവും ഏത് ഏരിയ ആണ് മോസ്റ്റ്. അപ്പൊ അതിൽ സെർച്ച് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ വരുന്ന അതൊന്ന് ചൂസ് ചെയ്ത് വായിക്കുമ്പോൾ അറിയാം. അപ്പൊ IT തന്നെയാണെങ്കിലും ഏതാണ് സ്പെസിഫിക് ആയിട്ട് വേണ്ടത്, അപ്പൊ അതിനെ കുറിച്ചൊക്കെ ഒരു ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ കിട്ടും. ഇപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു മോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ദ ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ ഹാവ് ദിസ് ജോബ് ഡിസ്ക്രിപ്ഷൻസ്. സോ ബിഫോർ യു മേക്ക് എ കരിയർ ചോയ്സ്, അപ്പൊ ഓരോ ജോബ്സ് സെർച്ച് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അതിന്റെ ജോബ് ഡിസ്ക്രിപ്ഷൻ വായിക്കുമ്പോൾ അറിയാം which area I need to be graduated or I need to do PG in it. Then so I will always suggest to do up to a PG. Then you start exploring different options. In the middle, maybe if you can do a little bit of volunteering or something, internship kind of things also will be a good advantage to your CV.
Okay, ma'am. The website is UN Inspira. Inspira.
Yeah.
Inspira.
I will pass that to Plus, and then maybe you can get it from him. Or UN jobs you search,
Yeah.
then it will come. Okay. It's called UN Inspira.
Inspira. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
No worries. Any other questions, or do we have still time?
It's almost 6:10.
Yeah, so then let's wind it up. Yeah. So do you want me to wind it up?
Ma'am, there's a vote of thanks. Can I tell that?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. A pleasant evening to all of you. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks for today's occasion. The work of the UN volunteers around the world deserves to be appreciated and recognized. Being a UN volunteer provides an opportunity to extend our service to the international level, and I hope through this seminar everyone got to know the significant role played by UN volunteers to build a better world. First, I thank God Almighty for showering His blessings upon us. I take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Deepa Raju, who made us aware about the UN volunteer program. I express my sincere gratitude to our respected principal, Reverend Father Matthew M. Mundikel, for arranging this seminar. I express my deepest sense of appreciation to our Vice Principal, Reverend Father Joseph Puneet, Reena Miss, and Biju Sir for their enormous cooperation and encouragement. My heartfelt gratitude for all the teachers and friends who participated in this program. Once again, we thank you all for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would also like to thank you, all your faculties and your principal, Father Matthew Mundikel, and all other faculty members who have supported, and also my friend and your faculty, Blastom, who has got me connected to your team and the school. So I'm really thankful, and this is such a great opportunity to interact with the younger generation and upcoming professionals. I wish you all the best. And if you want any further information, you can reach to me And thank you so much. All the best, and everybody have a nice evening.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.